There's no doubt that growing vegetables can be a lot of work. It can certainly take its toll, both on us as well as our gardens, particularly our soil. The top layers of our garden soil do much of the heavy lifting when it comes to being productive and actually growing vegetables. If we want to continually grow successive crops over and over in the same place, well, then we need to take special care. Hi, I'm Jeff from the Ripe Tomato Farms. Welcome to another episode of the Garden Quickie, the show where in 2 minutes or less, it's always all about the soil. And today's episode is all about it. Specifically, how to prep a bed immediately after a harvest to keep that soil protected, functioning, and healthy. Time's short though, as you know it is, so let's dive in. First off, not all crops cause imminent destruction whenever they're harvested. In fact, we can pick some of our most favorite fruits and vegetables without even touching the soil. All of our flowering and fruiting favorites are great because they leave the soil no worse for the wear. Others though, like these onions here, it's complete chaos. Either way, the prep is still the same, and I always tackle this transition in 5 easy steps. The first of those is getting rid of all the old plants and debris. Now is the time to clean up the growing area as much as possible. Weeds, plants from the old crop, and any other bits and debris from the carnage of the harvest. Of course, we're still practicing no-till, so if any of the old crop is still standing, simply cut it down at the root collar instead of pulling it up. Okay, after all that, to finish off the cleaning, we want to go ahead and make the bed nice and level. Just like we would setting up a bed for the very first time, let's go ahead and create a nice level, even surface to work with. Don't worry about that mulch if it's organic in nature, just incorporate it into those top layers of soil. Tamp it all down to finish it off, and the bed is starting to look plantable again. Easy stuff. Alright, even though we are no-till, it's still a good idea to aerate, especially in heavier or clay type soils. So for that, we're going to get out our fork and poke some holes. Probably not necessary for a brand new bed like this with loose soil, but it's not going to do any harm, and it's a good practice to get into. Make the holes as deep as you can and reset that fork every 6 inches or so. Again, easy stuff. It should only take you a couple of minutes. Now, this next task, however, is probably the most important one on this list, and that's to rehydrate the soil. Just as that soil profile needs air to function properly, it also needs water, probably even more so. Get some moisture back into that bed to keep the soil healthy and active. Dry, exposed soil is essentially dead and useless. Which brings us to our last task for post-harvest care, and a pivotal decision. We need to decide if we're planting another crop or if we're shutting it down for the year. The bed is no doubt ripe for planting, but only if you have enough growing days left in the season. If not, and you're shutting it down for the year, now is the time to cover and protect that soil until next spring. There's many ways to do it, and it shouldn't be complicated. The most important thing is just to cover it up. Which is great, because that's going to give us plenty of time to check out more episodes of the Garden Quickie. Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, if Garden Quickies are your thing, make sure to subscribe and click on this playlist here as we explore and solve more growing issues in 2 minutes or less.